Ever felt that prickle on the back of your neck? That gut feeling that you're not alone? Tonight, we re-diving into 5 chilling stories that will make you question every shadow and every creak in your home. These are tales of ordinary people whose lives took a terrifying turn, proving that sometimes the most horrifying things happen right where you feel safest. Let's begin. I always thought my apartment was safe until I started hearing whispers at night. At first, I blamed the old pipes, the building settling, but then I noticed my stuff being moved. My toothbrush wasn't where I left it. My keys would vanish, only to reappear in the weirdest places. One night, my heart stopped. There was a note on my pillow, written in shaky handwriting. "I like watching you sleep." I scrambled for my phone and called the cops. They searched the entire apartment and found nothing. They said there was no one there, but my bedroom window, which I always kept locked, was wide open. I didn't even pack. I just left and moved out immediately. The very next day, I got a text from an unknown number. It read, "Nice new place. Let's start over." I thought I was just being paranoid about that guy delivering my packages. Every day, he'd show up with a box, and his smile would linger just a little too long. His eyes would follow me as I closed the door. One night, I was watching TV when I saw a shadow flicker outside my window. I peeked through the blinds. It was him. He wasn't holding a package this time, he was holding a knife, its blade glinting under the porch light. My hands trembled as I dialed 911, but the line was dead. A sudden click made me jump. I ran to my front door, and it was unlocked, even though I absolutely knew, I had locked it. I fled to a friend's house, terrified. 3 days later, a package arrived for me there. I hesitantly opened it. Inside was a Polaroid of me sleeping, and the timestamp showed it was taken that very morning. I accepted a random friend request on social media, and I immediately regretted it. It started innocently enough. "Hi, how are you?" Normal stuff, but then he sent photos of my house. Not from the outside, but from the inside. My living room, my kitchen. I called the number he had on his profile, screaming, demanding to know who he was. He just laughed, a cold, hollow laugh. "I see everything," he said, and hung up. The next day, I called the police. They found my front door unlocked and deep scratch marks running all the way down the hallway walls. As if something had been dragged, he's still online. And every now and then, I get new friend requests from people I don't know. But the first message is always the same. "See you tonight. I live alone," or so I thought. For weeks, every night, I'd hear faint footsteps in my hallway. I told myself it was my imagination, the house groaning, anything to calm my nerves. Until one night, I woke up with a start. A tall, slender shadow was standing at the end of my bed, just watching me. I let out a blood-curdling scream, and it darted away, vanishing into the dark. The police came, but found no signs of a break-in. But then they saw them, distinct footprints pressed into my carpet. Footprints that led directly to the walls. The plaster was scratched and gouged, as if someone had clawed their way right into it. I moved out the next day, but last night I got a voicemail. It was just heavy, ragged breathing, and then a whisper that chilled me to the bone. "I'm home. I always locked my doors, checked my windows, did everything right, but someone was still watching me. I found it by accident. A tiny, almost invisible camera hidden behind my bathroom mirror. My hands shook as I pulled out the memory card and plugged it into my laptop. It was full of videos. Videos of me doing everything from brushing my teeth to tossing and turning in my sleep. My stomach dropped when I watched the last clip. It was from that morning, and I wasn't alone. A dark figure was standing in the corner of my bedroom, just out of focus. The camera was still recording when I tore it from the wall, and as I did, a small folded note fell out. The message was simple. "See you tonight, same time, These stories remind us that fear can find its way into the most familiar places. If you enjoyed these unsettling tales, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more chilling content. Stay safe and always trust your instincts. Thanks for watching.